All right, what is going on? Happy Saturday. Still trying to let my voice recover from World of Concrete this week. Back at it here. The cruel reality. Line pumping today. Ugh. I'm just kidding. As I mentioned many times in previous videos, line pumping could possibly be my favorite type of pumping. Anyhow, awesome week down there at the show. I was like really surprised how many people I bumped into that watch my my silly little YouTube channel. See, there I can say it, just not 3 times real fast. Anyhow, super cool that there's as many people out there that are into concrete pumping as much as I am, seemingly. But I got to give a shout out here. My highlight of the show, couldn't tell by the hat, was meeting these guys from Bigfoot Concrete Pumping. They put together a calendar this year. It's not just your regular old calendar. It starts off fairly respectable. A few staff members on the front looking professional, right? We're off to a good yet conventional start. And then page 2, they hit you with it, and they hit you with it hard. Boom. What is going on here? As you can see, my calendar has been signed by Big Sexy. Yes, Big Sexy himself. And there's the eye candy, it just continues. It just doesn't stop. Oh, this fella here was kind enough to sign this page for me as well. The deviant cowboy here. Looks like these guys like to have a lot of fun at their yard. I can't say this is something we partake in at our yard, but maybe we're just big old L7s, as they say. There you go, there's the statement right there. Also signed. Anyhow, big shout out to these guys for putting this together. This is marketing genius. What do they say? You got to differentiate yourself from the competition. I would say these fellows have done that in a big way. So hopefully they're back next year and with a 2024 calendar once again at the show, signing autographs. So anyhow, that being said, we'll get at her today. I've got, I don't want to jinx it, probably the easiest job I'm going to do all year, even though we're early into the year. I'm confident this should be a right up there with the easiest. So we'll catch you on site. Check you in a bit. All right, here we go. We have arrived. I'm going to keep quiet here because it's a little bit early on a Saturday. But literally 1.5 hoses. I use a couple of my favorite little 2-inch lines here. Interesting thing here is this calls for 10.6 cubic meters, and the most we can get on one truck out here is 10.5. And if we got to get a small balance load, you end up paying like $600 for the extra 1 meter of concrete. So what we'll do, we'll probably leave this wall here till last. And if we were to run short and we got to wait 2-3 hours for a balance load, which is entirely possible in today's market, and you just get the pump out of here and we can tailgate it off the back of the truck. So interesting though, they were saying the footings were built to 24-inch width and they only spec for 18. So the other option is maybe we cut back a little bit on the footing, cut it a little short or something like that. I don't really want to do that. That's kind of ghetto. So anyhow, we'll get all set up here and rock and roll. Oh yeah, here's one other cool thing we're going to test out today. The first run with our, wait for it, Milwaukee cordless vibrator. So we've got a couple of the DeWalt units that we've been using for years, and the Milwaukee one I think just came out this year. It's got a little bit bigger battery on it. This isn't the biggest battery. I've got one in the truck charging that's even bigger, but this one is a an 8-footer. So we'll see how this performs. I know the DeWalt's we can only get in a 4-footer, so we can actually pour some well, shoot, 8-foot walls, and it looks like that's what we got here. So batteries, the big battery is supposed to last 45 minutes on these things. So what I do, because I have my little Milwaukee air compressor I use for blowing out my lines as well, up in the cab of the truck. Here's the big boy battery that I just charge it right in the truck. I think it takes about an hour for one of these larger batteries. So yeah, we'll give that a run today. This is the first trial run. We'll see how it works. The DeWalt's have been great. It's just that every other one of our power tools is Milwaukee. It makes things a lot simpler just running all the same tools. You don't have to run different brands of battery and whatnot and chargers and everything else. So simplification, the name of the game. Here's a quick little tidbit. I've mentioned in previous videos the importance of leaving your bentonite in a sealed dry container. Well, somebody left this open on the back of the pump for the last couple days. As you can see here, you go to mix it and it just doesn't. It stays all clumped up like that. You almost need a power drill to mix this stuff now. It looks kind of like oatmeal. So anyhow, that is why it's important to keep the bentonite sealed and dry, or you're gonna have a heck of a time mixing it with a shovel. So pro tip of the day. All right, here we go. Homeowner is here. This guy's actually a buddy of mine. Get this, he's Italian. How many times have you poured concrete in your life?
Not once.
Not once. That's just disgraceful. We're gonna change that today. What do you want to be, hose guy or vibrator guy?
Whatever.
Whatever, or management? You're dressed like management. We'll go for that.
Vibrator guy?
Yeah, vibrator guy's a good entry-level position, but don't underestimate the importance of it, that being said. So, okay, vibrator guy it is. Don't worry, I'll coach you. The other thing I forgot to mention, it's a good day. I got brand new mud cups. Very exciting. The old ones weren't that old. I'm suspicious that maybe a dirty little pumper may have left some material in the delivery cylinders and done a little strokey and chewed them out. But my good friend David Pemble at Mountainside Repair swapped those out while I was away on holidays, the concrete show. I will insert a picture of what came out of here, and I'll warn you right now, it's not pretty, but I'll put a picture up of the cups right now. And here we are, just waiting on concrete. Got a special guest today. It's the long lost brother that quit concrete to go back to school and get a degree. What a dummy, but he's back. They always come back. What do you want to say for yourself?
I'm just here for the exercise.
Just here for the exercise and a little bit of cash money. But yeah, I got two brothers. One of them is in the pumping business with me, and Rory there was a placer finisher for many years, and decided to go back to school and get edumacated. So good for him, but I'll be a lifer, no surprise. Yeah, we brought him out today to float these walls off. I was going to Buddy and I here, we're going to try and do it ourselves. And then if you look at the pour strip placement here, I don't have much of a go-go gadget arm. I kind of get hung up going through stuff like that. So we got a expert floater anchor bolt installer. We brought in the ringers, so just waiting for mud. Should be here any minute. So how was Vegas, you say? How was Vegas? So flip through there. I was lucky enough to meet these fine folks in person, so it starts off innocently enough, right? Even when I take your gloves off, I don't want you to blemish the calendar.
Why are the pages stuck together?
What are your thoughts on that?
That's a lot of skin.
A lot of skin. It's a lot of flesh.
One guy can handle it.
Those guys were at the show signing autographs. That's where the calendars got signed. In their dressed in those outfits, pretty much. The provocative pumpers, as I like to call them.
They're definitely bold.
Yeah, very bold.
Wow.
Want to keep a copy for your old lady or what? Yeah, you'd rather keep your relationship stable.
Too much for him.
Too much? Too hot to handle, right? It is marketing genius, though, in my opinion. You definitely remember the name.
Poor dog. Did it consent to that?
Wow. Animal rights activists are going to lose their shiat over this. And yeah, I'll put that back in the cab. I don't want to damage it. Yeah, see, if these guys were local, who are you going to call? AJs or these guys?
These
like
guys all day long.
Obviously these guys. As long as they show up in the outfits. That's the caveat.
I thought the AJ's truck was right here, that house there. Right there.
Okay, concrete's here. I got a job for you. See this perfectly mixed bentonite? This is to compensate for that video I made about a week back where we segregated the crap out of the mud trying to prime for the 24 meter and a bunch of hose. So today we got it just right. Just gonna get my little helpers here to demonstrate. Can you hold the hose up, sir? Yeah. We're gonna insert the pylon. We're gonna get that vertical. If you can hold the pylon in there. It's in your best interest. It'll keep you clean. Camera in my mouth here.
What's this concoction? Oatmeal.
Okay, good. I'm gonna pump out a little bit. I'll pump a little bit out into my my pond here because I'm a little bit an operator scorned. The last job I did, I plugged up priming it out. So I want to make sure this one goes perfect. So I'll take a little concrete into my little pool there. Put the first bit of segregated stuff into there, and then we'll hook up the hose. All right, because we're gonna pour this stuff pretty dry. We are not gonna use the secondary screen today. We're gonna go for it. Ready? Looking for a little bit on the drier side of a 4-inch slump here. Like a 3.5 is perfect. Let's see what we got. Oh, perfect. You make wonderful concrete. That's bang on. All right. Puke a little bit into this pool here. Oh, I missed the pond. We're gonna be short that much concrete now. Okay, we'll hook this up and put her through. Oh, don't forget the gasket, rookie.
Oh, sorry. My first day on the job. Need a rubber for safety.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
I like your eagerness and tenacity though. What we do need for safety though is the safety pin. Everything off the back end, always pinned. Okay, ready? Canadian concrete pumper. You nailed the perfect slump for the channel too. Excellent timing. Okay, I'll put it through slow. We'll puke that bit of bentonite on the you want it on the inside, on the dirt there, or on the outside, or what? Inside probably.
Inside,
yeah, just a little bit, like a bucket full. Boy, I hope I don't plug up after my last video there. Let's see what we got. If I plug up with less than 50 feet of hose on, it's gonna be a sad day. Come on, baby. Oh yeah, I had the pump in reverse there. Rookie move. This is working a little better. Oh yeah. That should be good. All right, we're pumping concrete. We'll check back in here when something exciting happens. But yeah, we want to keep the slump a little dry. We got nice open footings here, pretty high walls. We don't have to do too many passes on this, so. Actually surprised how much power that little Milwaukee vibrator has. perfect slump for the footings here. Perfecto. Cordless is getting it done. Well, we won't be waiting around for this stuff to set up. Ooh, Nelly. It's the perfect footing mix. She is hot, hot, hot.
What's that?
I was just saying that the concrete's probably going to set kind of fast.
Yeah, it is.
Which is pretty much perfect for what we're doing. So, it was engineered that way. We did that. No, not even accelerator, just the Saturday special mix, I guess. Yeah. Alright, so what we did here, we're on the top up pass now. We put a little bit of delay set into the load and slumped it up a bit better. Just so the boys got a bit of time with their floating, because as I pointed out earlier, the pour strip is way down in the wall, so it's going to be a little bit finicky. And this stuff was kicking off like crazy, which was most excellent for the footing, but not something we really need in the walls. So here we are, top up pass, home stretch. Alright, so we're on our final stretch of wall here, but we still have to do that wall and footing we left for last. And I think we're only down to about 1.5 meters on the truck here, so I personally think we're probably going to run short. Rory over there started floating off the walls, but this stuff is still kicking off despite the delay set we added to the last bit of the load. So my fine Italian friend and I are going to pour this out. How do you say that in Italian? How do you say excellent in Italian?
Eccellente.
Oh, there you go. Authentic. Here we go. Put the camera on my mouth and see if I can film this at the same time. This will be great.
Do it on your hard hat.
It doesn't work so well. Well, I'll try it. I'll take your advice. If it falls into the wall,
That'd be disastrous.
disastrous. Okay, let's try it. Camera on hard hat. Here we go. I don't feel so good about this. We'll try it though. If I lose the camera, it goes on your bill. Just so you know. Okay, now I'm gonna put the camera away. I feel bad about this. Bad vibes, bad vibes. Here we go, home stretch. Just this little bit of wall to do. What do you got left? Like 1 meter, maybe a half? At least 1 meter? Oh, if you got that, we are in good shape. Stay tuned. And just like that, we made it. Yep. I got about a hopper full left. And he's got about a 1/2 meter in the truck. And I need about a hopper full here on the wall. Perfecto! I wish it worked out like that every time. We definitely got lucky. I was a little bit worried. For a while there, I thought for certain we were going to run short. Being that it's Saturday, I'm quite happy that we did not. Because we'll probably be waiting 2 hours for another balance load here. So, pump this out and wrap things up. We had that much left, which is how much?
Probably a couple of wheelbarrows.
I agree, a couple wheelbarrows. Almost the perfect order.
Yeah.
Right on, thanks buddy, appreciate it. All right, so I'm just gonna pump the rest of this stuff on the ground. I already put a little bit of delay set in here. I love this stuff. It smells great too. Sprinkle a little bit of powder in there. Take the water hose here. Once I can find the lever, there it is. Spray my sides down a bit. I don't go too crazy with the water because I don't want to segregate this pumping it out. I got a 2-inch hose on there, so obviously there's still a half decent chance that I might segregate it. Whatever, I can handle that. There's other ways to avoid that, but I'm just feeling lazy today, admittedly. Fire the lid down. Come on over. Pump this out. Something like this, right into this low spot here. And I'll slow the pump down when I'm pushing this this wet stuff through. Makes it a little less likely to plug when it transitions over into the slot. There it is. Bunch of crap. Good enough. I'll scratch that away from the form so they don't have to deal with when they're stripping the footings, concrete butting up against it. But anyhow, that's all good. I got the little washout pan back at the yard. I could dick around and wash out into a bucket here, but yeah, just don't feel like it today. So I brought a little surprise for my buddy here. I'm gonna treat him with something real nice here, something special. Authentic Italian. I brought you something. You know how it works?
Let's go behind him.
No, if you want to, I would say if you want to clean up your footings, that's a good way to do it. I'd leave the walls to Rory. But if you want your footings perfect, because I know you're a bit of a stickler, you could mag them out if you want.
Okay.
No, you don't get to keep it. Make sure you return it. Take good care of it. You're holding it the right way. That's good. It's a good start. Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah. Nice and flat. Wax on, wax off. Yes. Okay. All right. Well, that'll be it for today. This little Milwaukee vibrator here actually worked quite well. It's got lots of power. I'd say it might have more power than the DeWalt units. The only thing I didn't like, we did get it stuck on one of the ties. This squared off head, I'm not a huge fan of for getting caught up on things. The DeWalt uses a round head, but other than that, it's good. Battery life I can't speak to. We rolled in here with like 3 half-charged batteries, so I honestly don't know at this point. The other thing, as you can see, our wonderful climate here, we get this about 8 months of the year, will be how it holds up getting wet and covered in concrete, etc., etc. So we shall see. Oh, one other note I was going to say, those piston cups I showed a photo of earlier, the symptoms, water running down the cylinders draining into the hopper was one. Surprisingly, not a lot of or even any slurry getting back into the water box. Strange. Usually that's a symptom that comes with that. But the biggest one I noticed was going to wash out. The end of the material cylinders would be caked right up even after a really quick, short job. Which is a sign that the cream is getting past the pistons and it's dry packing in there. So that was when I really started looking a little closer, and those cups were absolutely toast. So anyhow, nice to get that out of the way. Well, that'll be it for today. Get my buddy to do something special here. Hey, concrete worker. I'm ending my video. I have this stupid thing on my YouTube channel where you have to say like, share, subscribe 3 times over. Can you do it in Italian and do it with pizzazz? 3 times. The 3rd time is the one with the most enthusiasm. You gradually build up.
Piace, scrivi e collegati. Ciao.
Ciao. Now, was that 3 times over? Or that was just once. Oh, you know what? He's from Italy. They do everything differently there, so we'll just do it once today. Yeah, that's all right. Next time, we'll give you another chance when we pour the floors. There we go. Over and out.